G'day, welcome to episode 265 of Trent365. Today's Thursday, the 23rd of August. 265, that means we're 100 episodes away from hitting the mark of 365 that we set ourselves way back when, which is pretty good going. I want to talk today quickly about wellness pragmatism because Jeremy McCarthy from Mandarin Oriental sent me a link to an article in a publication called, I think it was The Inside Hook. And they're talking about this idea of wellness pragmatism. And they're basically saying there's two schools of thought when it comes to wellness. One is the old school, which is all about yogis and healing and meditation and spirituality and that kind of side of wellness. And then you've got the new side of wellness, the new school of wellness, which is more about biomarkers and genome deconstruction and Silicon Valley startups and that kind of space, the tech world, if you like. But what these guys are suggesting that somewhere in the middle, of course, lies the wellness pragmatist. And this is a person who embraces the technology side of it, but also still appreciates the old school ways and understands that in many ways, oftentimes the old school methods are more sound and have more credibility than a lot of the new ones. And it was a really interesting concept, and thanks to Jeremy for sending it to me, because it really did create some interesting thoughts about, when it comes to pragmatism, I think we all think of ourselves as being pragmatic because the alternative probably isn't what we want to be. But I think the reality is a lot of times we're really not that pragmatic, especially not in this wellness world. So I've actually, on the back of this, written an article that's going to go up on the site today. It'll be across LinkedIn tonight, tomorrow probably. Just to talk about this concept of wellness pragmatism, which I think is an interesting space, because I think whilst normally we would say the mushy middle is not the right place to be, in a funny way, I think in terms of wellness right now, being in the mushy middle is probably the right space. So being the wellness pragmatist, which is sort of the best of both worlds, I think is maybe the right space when it comes to wellness, because the problem is at the two extremes, you've got groups of people or schools of thought, if you like, that just don't they don't mix. So if you go too far on one side, the guys in the old school are not going to jump on board the new school ways. But if you find the place in the mushy middle, that might be where the market penetration really starts to happen. What do you think about this idea of wellness pragmatism? Let me know. Thanks for tuning in. I will be back again tomorrow. See ya.